Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode. We're working on Unit 5, Lessons 5 and 6. Our topic of the day is still helping you, helping me. Let's start with our objectives. We're going to be writing a paragraph, giving an opinion. We will be reading for specific information. We will listen for main idea or gist. We will hold a group discussion. And we will learn words such as donate, million, and share. Let's get started. Okay, now for number 1, I'd like you to read and complete the newspaper article about another kind person. Let's read together. The words in the word box are all, donated, million, and share. Of course, the first one is done for us, so let's read and try to guess the missing words in the newspaper article. Large charity donation. Farida Rashwan, aged 32, has donated 2 blank pounds to charities in the city. Of course, we're talking about money. So when we're talking about money, we're probably looking for a number in the word box, which is million. So number 2 is million. She donated 2 million pounds to charity in the city. The businesswoman says that she wants the charities to use the money to help people who need it. The charities can decide to blank the money between them or give blank. So the charities can decide to, if they're going to use the money with someone else or another organization, then we use the word share. The charities can decide to share the money between them or give blank the money to one charity. Of course, they either share it or they give all the money to one charity. The important thing is to help as many people as possible. Good job, guys. So our new words are donated. When you donate something, you give away for free. If you give something away for free, in the past, we say donated with ed at the end after the main verb, which is donate. As for the next word, million, million is of course a number, a very, very large number that was used by the businesswoman to be given as charity. And of course, to share something is to use it with someone else. Number 2, read the article again if you need to and answer the questions. Why is Farida giving away money? What can the charities do with the money? Why do you think Farida Rashwan is giving away money? Of course, she wants to help people. As for number 2, what can the charities do with the money? What do you think charities can do with the money? What do people need? What do poor people need? They can share it between them or give it all to one charity. So what can they do with this money? They can share it or they can give it to one charity organization. And of course, these organizations use the charity money to buy food, clothing, sometimes shelter, sometimes allowing children to go to school. So it can be used in many useful ways. Now we're going to listen to Layla and Amal talking about the article, and then we're going to answer the questions. Let's listen first and then read the questions.
I think that the charities should share the money between them and help lots of different people. I'm not sure, Amal. I think it would be better if one charity gets all the money and can do something big and important. Okay, but which charity then? What about a charity that helps children or old people? I agree, that's very important to help children, but I also think it's important to look after old people. That's why I suggest that they share the money. I see what you mean. Okay then. They should share the money between 2 or 3 important charities.
Now let's read question 1. Which charities does Amal think they should help at first? The answer is charities that help children or old people. So Amal is suggesting that they should help charities that assist or help children or old people. Now, Number 2, what do they agree the charities should do? Amal and Layla came up with an agreement at the end of the listening text. What was the agreement? Of course, they agreed that they should share the money between 2 or more important charities. Now you may listen one more time, and then we're going to put these expressions in the correct order that we hear them. Let's check our answers together. Number 1 is done for us. So number 1 is, I think that the charities should share the money. Number 2, I'm not sure, Amal. I think it would be better if. Number 3, okay, but which charity then? Number 4, I agree that it's very important, but I also think it's important too. And the last one, I see what you mean. Good job, guys. Let's move on to the next part. Our speaking section. You need to find 2 partners so that you can work in groups of 3. And this is going to be about charity organizations. Choose a charity that you think the money should go to. It can be any charity from the book or that you know. Think of 3 reasons why this charity should get the money and how they could use the money. After you're done with this, you will discuss your ideas with another group. After this, you're going to discuss your ideas with another group. Use the expressions in exercise 4 to make suggestions and agree or disagree. And then make a final decision as a group. So what are we going to do here? We will choose a charity that we think money should go to. And then think of 3 reasons why this charity deserves the money we're going to give it. And then discuss your ideas with another group. So agree or disagree together. And then decide as a group. Good job, guys. We're going to move on to lesson 6. This is Hassan's blog. Remember, we talked about a blog before. It's a website where people share things that they think of or things that they want to talk about. Read Hassan's blog and answer the questions. Random Acts of Kindness project. Our class decided to try to do 1 act of kindness every day for 3 days. This is what I did. First, on Monday, I bought my grandmother some of her favorite cakes at the baker's on the way home from school. But happy. She was surprised, but very happy. After that, on Tuesday, I let some younger students go into the canteen in front of me. Finally, on Wednesday, I took a sandwich and a cold drink to the old man who often sits on our street corner. He gave me a big smile. In my opinion, doing random acts of kindness is fantastic. I don't want to stop. Now, let's move on to question 1. How much time did Hassan's class spend on this project? Let's try to find the answer. Of course, it's in the second line, for 3 days. Number 2, what kind of thing did Hassan do for somebody in his family? Of course, the first person he helped or he had a random act of kindness was with his grandmother, and he bought his grandmother some of her favorite cakes. Number 3, what did he do for a stranger? Remember, a stranger is a person that we do not know. And he took a sandwich and a cold drink for an old man in the street, for the stranger in the street that he did not know. Number 4, which other people did he help? Of course, he let some younger students go into the canteen ahead of him at school. And the last question in this part, what does he think about the project? Of course, it's in the last 2 lines. In my opinion, doing random acts of kindness is fantastic. I don't want to stop. So he feels really good when he does a random act of kindness. There is something we can talk about in terms of doing good for others. Every time we do good for others, we get a very good, fuzzy feeling inside. And of course, this is because our brain secretes something called serotonin. And there are many different kinds of chemicals that are secreted in the brain when we do different acts of kindness towards others. You can read about dopamine, serotonin, and many others. Let's continue. Now, you will read the blog again and complete the following information. Number 1, expressing for putting things in order. So, what can we use to put things in order? The first one is done for us, which is first. We also can highlight after that, finally, secondly, next, and then. As for words to talk about what people felt or did, we can use happy, gave me a, and also surprised, fantastic, and pleased. As for expressions that give opinion, we can use in my opinion, or I feel that, or I think that. So again, if you want to express things in a specific order, we can use first to talk about something that happens in the beginning, or after that to talk about the second thing that happens, or finally to talk about something that happens at the end of an event or a story. And we can use secondly to talk about the second thing, or even next to talk about the upcoming thing that happened, or even then. As for showing what people felt or did, we can use adjectives such as happy, surprised, fantastic, pleased, or gave me a big smile. Last but not least, when you want to express your opinion, you want to say your ideas, how do you start? You can say, in my opinion, and then start saying what you think, or I feel that, and then say how you feel, or say I think that, and then express how you think or what you're thinking of. Now to our writing section. You're going to write your own blog post about random acts of kindness project. So look at your notes about the project you completed in lesson 2 during the unit, and then use your notes to write a blog. Begin like this. Our class decided to do one act of kindness every day for 3 days. This is what I did. And then say what you did each day and what the other person did and felt. Say what you think about the project. Use some of the expressions from exercise 2 that we just discussed to help you. Remember, use exclamation marks to show feelings. They can be strong, positive, or negative feelings. But in this case, we want to express excitement or surprise. As for our exit slip, create a poster encouraging an act of kindness. Thank you guys. That's a wrap. This was Ms. Sarah Bassioni. Have a wonderful day. Bye.